Hey guys, it's Terry here with Notary to Notary, and I wanted to talk a little bit about getting general notary work. So a lot of the training that I provide at Notary to Notary is telling you how to build a notary signing agent business, which is where a notary completes loan signing transactions. However, there's so much more work that a notary can do. So this video, I'm going to show you how to get general notary work. So first, what is general notary work? A lot of times if you join forums or other groups like on Facebook and things like that where all the notaries come together and they network, you'll see the abbreviation GNW. That stands for General Notary Work. And that's basically like your everyday power of attorneys, wills, DMV forms, affidavits. These kind of documents you'll receive from people in your local community. So someone found you on a Google business page, or they had your business card, or you got referred by someone else and they're calling you to meet with them locally to sign some personal documents. So this is what they refer to as general notary work. I love general notary work because you get paid at the same time the work is rendered. So for example, if someone calls you and they say, can you meet me to do a power of attorney? You would arrange a rate that works for both of you, meet up, get the documents notarized, and the person would pay you at that time, either cash or card or Cash App. However, when you do loan signings, you have to wait to receive that payment. And usually it's like 2 weeks to 30 days before you get paid for that. So I love general notary work for that reason, that you get paid instantly as soon as it's done. Another reason why I love general notary work is because usually it's a lot faster to complete. The average loan closing can take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes up into an hour, where in most cases general notary work can be as quick as 2 to 3 minutes or at most like 10 minutes to get done. For that reason, you can get in and out a lot quicker. So how do you get general notary work? So there's several ways to get general notary work in your community. The number one way that I always suggest to my students to do is to build a Google business page. The Google business page is completely free to set up. And basically how it works is, I know you probably had your phone before, and while you were out looking for something like a flower shop, you just searched flower shop near me on Google, and Google brings up locations of flower shops near you. Same concept. So you would set up your Google business page to say Vanessa Terry Notary Public. And when people are looking for a notary, they'll say notary near me, and Google will bring up my Google business page, which has all my information, my contact information, my name, my email, my office address. They can even book it on that page, book an appointment with me on that Google business page. They can leave reviews on that Google business page. It's the number one way to get clients in your community. So there is a process to getting it set up, which we walk through all of that in the notary training. But basically, once you get it set up, you can start getting calls the very next day. Okay, so that's the number one way to get general notary work that I recommend. Another way to get general notary work is to pass out your business cards. Okay, I pass out my business cards to everyone. Okay, not everyone, but I pass business cards to loan signing appointments. When I go to someone's house to do their loan closing, I leave my business card. Why? It's because I'm doing your loan closing. It doesn't mean you will never need a notary again in the future. And when you do need one, you'll know who to call because I was very polite during your loan closing and I'm a familiar face. So when you need a notary, you'll know to call me. So you want to pass out business cards. The number one way to do that is to loan sign that you're already going to anyway. You can give them to friends and family. You can give them to law firms, real estate agents, title companies. Prior to COVID, a lot of hospitals and nursing facilities are not letting people come in. But before that, you could give them to hospitals and nursing facilities. Just like their front desk person would just take it. And when people are needing power of attorneys and wills notarized at hospitals and nursing facilities, which happens all the time, they have cards that they can give out to those patients and the patients' families, and they can call you and have those documents done. So business cards is another big one that you can do to grow your general notary work business. Another great way to get general notary work is to join notary directories. Now be careful, there are a lot of notary directories out there, and some of them, although they may have good intentions, are not worth the investment, especially for a beginning notary. So if it's a new company that just started and they don't have a huge following, you don't want to invest that money because you're not going to get a good return on your investment. So the good idea, if you're not in the training I do refer you to directories that you can join that have a pretty good return on investment. If you're not in the training, you can always join Facebook groups and other forums where other notaries are networking and they're giving advice on companies they can join, directories, things like that, and see what they recommend. See what's giving them the best return on their investment. Just be mindful, because once you register as a notary, you will start receiving spam emails and spam actual letters in the mail, things like that, to register for a number of different things. Be mindful and do your research before you start paying for these directories that will list your information and say they will give you business. All of them they're all trying to give you business, but not all of them have that following that will give you a good return on your investment. So just be mindful of that. But that is a great way to get general notary work as well as loan closing. So one of the number one places that I always tell my students to register with is SnapDocs, which is a directory primarily for loan closings, but there are times when people go on there looking for a notary for general notary work. But the majority of the calls you'll get from there are for loan closings. But SnapDocs is a good one as well, and it's free to join on SnapDocs as well. So if you're just getting started as a notary signing agent, or if you've been a notary for a while but you haven't gotten any general notary work, you can try adding these tips to your regimen that you're doing now to help gain more business. And make sure when you have general notary work clients that you're completing notarizations for, have them leave reviews on your Google business page. That's going to help you come up higher in Google searches when people are looking for notaries near them. General notary work is a great filler, okay? There are actually some notaries who prefer doing general notary work over loan closings, but it's really a personal preference. You have to figure out what works best for you. There's general notary work, there's loan closings, there's e-notaries, there's so many things that you can do as a notary. It's figuring out what you feel comfortable with, especially with everything going on with COVID. People don't feel like going out. They feel like it's better to stay home. They don't want to go out and do loan closings. That's where you can do the e-notarizations, as long as your state allows for e-notarizations. Allows you to be licensed as an e-notary. But general notary work is a great way to fill your schedule if you're starting off as a notary signing agent but you don't have a lot of jobs yet. If you only have 2 signings in a day, you can try to get some general notary work to help fill that schedule to help you grow your business. So for more training, you can visit me online at notarytonotary.com to register for the notary signing agent training or the e-notary training, and we also offer one-on-one coaching now. So visit us at notarytonotary.com to get started. And be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with all your friends. Until next time, happy signing!